Covering news where you live. This is 5 News.
Well, thank you for joining us for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Joe Ellison.
And I'm Tiffany Lee. First, we start with Fort Smith police as they're sharing the photo of the SUV that they believe hit a man riding his motorcycle and leaving him badly hurt. It happened on September 11th on Bell and Green Avenue. The victim, Dylan Elkins, says that he needed major surgery.
Police say the SUV is a dark colored GMC Acadia and would have noticeable damage to its front passenger side after hitting the motorcycle saddlebag. If you know who the vehicle belongs to, call Fort Smith police. And a woman accused of hitting a child on her way to school with her car and then driving away pleaded not guilty in a Washington County courtroom. Prairie Grove police say Amber Dexter was arrested after striking the girl on August 28th while she was headed to school. Police say the crash happened at the intersection there of Cole Drive and Viney Grove Road. The girl was taken to a nearby hospital with minor injuries. Dexter was charged with leaving the scene of an accident and possession of a controlled substance. Her trial starts in November.
Now let's head over to Zach with a check of today's forecast.
Thanks, ladies. Temperatures today going to be a little bit warmer, but we're going to lose the mugginess that we had in place Monday. Drier air has come in, so that means we're not dealing with the higher humidity levels. And I think the humidity is overall going to stay lower, which means even if it's a little bit warmer outside, it's still going to be comfortable. I think the humidity stays lower Tuesday, Wednesday, and for most of Thursday. We'll get a little mugginess coming back with higher rain chances on Friday. For today, again, mid to upper 70s expected. Northwest Arkansas, we may even see more upper 70s overall across the area to the north. Our southern zones, more lower 80s mixing in, where we'll see a little more sunshine across our southern half. Next storm system already moving in. We've had some scattered showers at times the last few days, dancing around parts of eastern Oklahoma and western Arkansas. But still, there's some of you out there that haven't seen much in the way of rain overall in the last 48 hours. Here's your next chance coming in with this disturbance coming through, especially during the evening hours. First part of the overnight, we'll see the rain taper off from north to south. Not expecting any severe weather. If you don't get the rainfall you need, which again, we all need a good soaking. We've really dried out here through the back half of the summer and now into the beginning of fall. Our next big chance coming Friday could get a couple of inches if the forecast holds.
All right, thanks for that, Zach. Well, a new report shows that Arkansas's rural roads aren't in good shape compared to others around the country.
The report by transportation research nonprofit TRIP revealed Arkansas was number 3 in the nation when it comes to rural pavements in poor condition.
RDOT tells us here at 5 News that the report is accurate and they're working right now to improve it.
Dave Parker, spokesperson for RDOT, says the state's money over the past decade has gone toward primary roads like interstates and highways, and they haven't had the funds to take care of many of the secondary roads. But he says that's already changing. In 2020, voters passed a permanent sales tax that allows RDOT to now focus on the secondary roads.
Now, because of the backlog of repairs needed on many of the rural highways, it'll take some time to see a difference, but Parker says he thinks it won't be long now. And now we're turning to continuing coverage on the case against a driver involved in a struggle with and then shot by a trooper during a July traffic stop in Rogers.
Angel Sept Alvarado pleaded guilty to 2 misdemeanors that were related to that traffic stop caught on dash cam.
5 News reporter Jacob Luthi has more.
Mr. Sept is relieved to have this part of the case over with.
On Monday, 26-year-old Angel Sept Alvarado pleaded guilty to driving while intoxicated and reckless driving, both misdemeanors. On July 27th, ASP Trooper Alexandria Duncan says she clocked Sept Alvarado going over 110 miles per hour on I-49 in Rogers. ASP says Sept Alvarado had a blood alcohol level twice the legal limit. The stop unfolded on dash cam. Trooper Duncan opened his car door. They struggled, with Trooper Duncan using her taser several times, eventually shooting Sept Alvarado as they continued to wrestle on the side of the interstate. The bullet grazed his temple and he was hospitalized. Benton County Prosecuting Attorney Josh Robinson says despite the series of events that unfolded, he's confident in the charges he filed.
The facts, when you take the video and you add witness statements and things like that, that I think there are arguments and evidence that can cut both ways and can be used for and against both sides. So I just didn't think there was any likelihood that I would be able to convince 12 people beyond a reasonable doubt as to much of anything in this case, except for the charges I filed today.
The judge ordered Sept Alvarado to serve 58 days in the Benton County Jail, giving him credit for the 58 days he's already served. Despite this, Legal challenges still lie ahead for Sept Alvarado.
He's got an immigration hold right now. I represent him on that. If immigration is willing to give him bond here, then he could be released here. If not, we'll see an immigration judge who can decide to issue a bond for him, and then hopefully he'll be able to pay that and be released while his residency case is being processed.
Aaron Cash, Sept Alvarado's attorney, says they are keeping options open going forward regarding the force that was used on his client.
I do believe it was excessive force. I believe he was defending himself from the moment that the trooper yanked the door open and went hands-on within a couple of seconds, and then tased him around 13 times, punched him in the face, choked him, and shot him in the head. We do plan to keep all options open at this point.
In Benton County, covering news where you live, Jacob Luthi, 5 News.
Those are some of your top headlines on this Tuesday. I'm Tiffany Lee.
And I'm Joe Ellison. Make sure to catch up with us here tomorrow for more. Have a great day.